Quick question and answer in your own head. When was the last time you laughed so hard that you couldn't catch your breath? If you had to stop and think about it, this is for you. There are four different ways people laugh, and the one you reach for most says something real about how you are doing. I'm Coach Janet J, and today on Your Next Best Step, we are looking at the last time you really laughed and what your favorite kind of laughter reveals about where you are right now. This started for me a few weeks ago. I had carried an Amazon box in from the front porch and set it down by the door. I had figured I would deal with it later. It was a pretty big box, a lot bigger than a small Yorkie. Now, Santino usually walks right by a box like it's furniture. This one flipped some kind of switch in him. He went after the corner first, ripping around the tape, growling like it owed him money or something. Then a corner gave way, and that was the whole ball game. Cardboard everywhere. A small tornado of packing paper because that, of course, rips so much easier and makes such a great crinkly sound. Then he just walks away from the wreckage, very proud of himself. Now, while all of this is going on, I just let him at it. I did not rescue the box and just figured I would see what happened. I sat down and watched him have the time of his life. And somewhere in there, I just lost it. Full, helpless, cannot catch your breath laughing. The kind where your face hurts afterward, even while you're picking up the pieces. When I finally settled down, a strange thought landed. I couldn't remember the last time I had laughed like that. Weeks, maybe. And I don't think it's because nothing funny had happened. I think it's because somewhere in a long, full stretch, I had simply settled into managing, getting through, keeping the plates spinning. If you've been the steady one for a while now, the one everyone leans on, you might know that setting. It's the face you wear when you are coping well. It's a good face. It carries a lot. It just does not tend to laugh very often. There's a line in scripture that talks about this. Psalm 126, verse 2. Our mouths were filled with laughter, our tongues with songs of joy. Then it was said among the nations, the Lord has done great things for them. First, let's look at the setting for that verse. God's people are coming home after years in exile, years of weeping. And then there was the sign that God had done something, the evidence everyone around them could see, and it was laughter. Their mouths filled with it. In scripture, laughter carries real weight. It's one of the ways restoration shows up on a face. When God carries people from grief into homecoming, this is a sound he gives back. Laughter itself has been studied more closely than you might expect. A psychologist named Rod Martin and his team studied how people actually use humor day to day, and they sorted it into 4 styles. The simplest way to hold them is 2 kinds of laughter build people up, and 2 kinds put people down. Let's start with the 2 that build up because those are the ones worth protecting. The first is laughing with people. You share the funny thing. You warm the room, you catch the giggle with someone you love. Researchers call this affiliative humor, and it knits a group together. The second is finding the funny in your own hard day. Something goes sideways and you can still catch the comedy in it, and that carries you a few steps. That kind steadies you from the inside, and researchers call it self-enhancing humor. Then there are the 2 that put someone down. One is the joke aimed at a person, the sarcasm with a sting in it, the tease that lands wrong. People defend it as just kidding, though the person on the receiving end is not laughing. The other is making yourself the punchline, laughing at your own expense so that everyone else stays comfortable, even when it wears on you. So the same laugh can pull people closer or leave a mark. What decides which one it is comes down to where the laugh is aimed and who it lifts. So think about your own last few months for a second. A stretch like the one many of you have been carrying crowds out those two good kinds before anything else. When you are coping, the laughter that connects you to people gets pushed aside by logistics. The laughter that lifts you up from the inside goes missing because catching something funny takes margin. And margin has been the first thing to go. Your sense of humor is still yours. It's just been standing in line behind everyone else's needs. The end of summer is a good moment to notice that before the fall calendar fills the last open square. Emotionally, the laughter that reaches toward other people is connection you can feel. It eases the tension in a room faster than almost anything, and it tells the people around you that you are still in there. Mentally, the laughter you find on a hard day gives your mind a place to stand for a second that is not worry. It loosens the grip of the loop you have been running. Physically, a real laugh is a whole body event. You feel it in your breath, your shoulders drop, and your chest opens. Your body knows the difference between a polite chuckle and the real thing. Spiritually, Psalm 126 puts laughter on the side of restoration. When you laugh, the good kind, you are agreeing with something God says is coming. You are trusting that the hard part is not the whole story. So here is your next best step. This week, notice your own laughter, when it shows up, who you're with, and which kind it is. Don't grade it, do not fix it, just notice, because you cannot invite more of something you have stopped seeing. Most women who have been running hard are surprised once they start watching by how little real laughter has been getting through and by how good it feels the first time it does. Under all of this is one thread. The funny things never actually stop. You've just been carrying so much that laughter got crowded to the back of the line. The connecting kind, the lifting kind. So, watching for your own laughter this week is really watching for the light to come back in. Psalm 126 calls that returning laughter a sign God has done something. When it shows up, and it will, you can take it as evidence that something in you is coming back. On Monday, we close out August together with a look at what you might actually want to carry into September before the fall calendar decides for you. If you have a moment, a rating or review makes a real difference. It helps other women find this show, and I'm so grateful for every single one. I will see you Monday. Take your next best step.